Good day, everyone. Welcome to video tutorial of Mechanical Engineering Laboratory 3 with the title of Steam Power Plant Part 1. I am Gilbert Lagman, together with my groupmates Moen Aloha and Christine Sanchez. First, let's define what is a steam power plant. Steam power plant is responsible for almost 80% of electricity generation in the world. Historically wise, this provides reliable energy conversion that is based to thermodynamic properties, the Rankine cycle. It originates with the creation of first modern steam turbine by a British engineer, Charles Algernon Parson, in 1884, with the extraction of kinetic energy with turbine blades. To provide a quick overview about working principle of thermal power plant, fuel is being burned and creates a high pressure steam that is connected to the turbine. Then the turbine rotates with the shaft connected to a generator. Generator generates electricity and distribute electricity in transmission lines. One example of thermal power plant is San Miguel in Limay, Bataan. For thermodynamic principles, let's now define Rankine cycle. What is Rankine cycle? It is a fundamental thermodynamic cycle that is used in power generation systems. This describes the conversion of thermal energy into mechanical work using the phase change of working fluid, typically the steam. It was invented by Scottish engineer William John Macquorn Rankine in mid-19th century and remains as the foundation of modern thermal power plants up to until now. So here, this is the schematic diagram of Rankine cycle. We have the boiler, the point 1, steam turbine, point 2, condenser, point 3, and point 4, the pump. In boiler to turbine, we have a isentropic expansion. Ano ibig sabihin ng isentropic? It means constant entropy. Kaya yung S1 natin is equals lang din siya sa S2. Para naman sa ating point 2 to 3, we have isobaric expansion in the condenser, which means constant pressure. And dito, nandito yung ating heat rejection sa condenser. And then 3 to 4, we have isentropic compression in the pump, which means constant entropy. Kaya S3 is equals to S4 lang din to. And then 4 to 1, we have isobaric heat addition. So yung steam, babalik siya sa working fluid, papunta sa boiler, with a heat addition. So may QA tayo na papasok. So now, kung titignan natin yung TS diagram nito, ito ang kanyang TS diagram. Makikita natin na yung may mga part tayo ng chart dito. So we have TS. It means the relation ng temperature and entropy. So nandito yung ating saturated line. We have superheated region here. And nandito yung ating wet vapor region. So ano nga ba yung process ng Rankine cycle? We have a process na tinatawag na SPSP process para sa ating Rankine. Ibig sabihin, we have isentropic, isobaric, isentropic, isobaric. Kasi isentropic from point 1 to 2. So ito yung point 1. So ito yung ating boiler. Okay, boiler. 1 to 2, isentropic process. S is equals to C. Kaya yung sabi ko kanina, S1 is equals to S2 lang din. Ating turbine. Then, 2 to 3, we have isobaric expansion. Kaya yung point 2 and point 3 is same lang sila ng pressure. So, P2 is equals to P3. Para naman sa ating 3 to 4, we have isentropic compression sa pump. Okay? So, we have S3 is equals to S4 lang din. And then, from pump to boiler, we have isobaric heat addition. Isobaric, which means P1 is equals to P4 lang din. Okay? So, may mga iba pa siyang part. Makikita natin dito. Ayan. So, sabi doon, di ba? Isobaric heat addition. So, we have QA na papasok dito sa ating papunta ng boiler. And 1 to 2, nandito yung ating turbine. Kaya meron tayong turbine work dito. And don't forget na pwede natin makuha yung moisture quality sa point 2. Ano nga ba yung moisture quality na yan? Moisture quality is yung quality ng ating steam. Okay? And we have QR from 2 to 3. Meron tayong heat rejection. And sa point 3, makukuha na rin natin yung BF ng point 3. And 3 to 4, nandito yung ating work ng pump. So, okay. We have saturated line pa rin dito. So, everything na tatama dito sa line na to is saturated. Dito sa labas, we have superheated. Kaya yung sa boiler natin, superheated yun. Okay. Kaya ayun yung ating process ng Rankine cycle. We have SPSP process. Mas maintindihan natin to kung pupunta tayo sa formalization. So, let's proceed na tayo sa mga formulas.
Rankine cycle formula. This is the TS diagram of the Rankine cycle. Point 4 to point 1 is isobaric process, meaning yung pressure nila is constant or equal. Same as in point 2 to point 3. First, let's start to the heat added. Heat added is happened to point 4 to point 1. Meaning, nandito yung boiler natin. Means, dito tayo nag-add ng heat. So, magiging formula niya is QA is equal to H1 minus H4. And if mass is involved, tatimes lang natin yung mass sa enthalpy na meron tayo. Next is the work turbine. Work turbine natin is naka-place siya sa may point 1 to point 2. Kaya dito tayo nagkakaroon ng work turbine. So, magiging formula niya is WT is equal to H1 minus H2. Pag may mass, times lang sa enthalpy. Next is the heat rejected. Heat rejected is happening to point 2 and point 3. Why? Kasi nandito yung condenser natin. Ang condenser natin is siya yung nagbabawas ng pressure natin or nagbabawas siya ng heat natin sa isang cycle. So, magiging formula niya is QR is equal to H2 minus H3. Kapag may mass, times lang natin sa enthalpy natin. Next, the work pump. Work pump, may dalawa siyang klase or the two types. First, the exact work pump. Next, the approximate work pump. Sa point 3 to point 4, nandun yung pump natin. Kaya dun nagkakaroon ng work pump. Kaya magiging formula niya is WP is equal to H4 minus H3. Pag may mass, time lang sa enthalpy. Ang approximate work pump is ginagamit siya kapag para lang siyang supporting formula. Pagka wala kang H4, H3, pwede mo siyang gamitin as your supporting formula. And ang formula niya is WP is equal to V3 times P4 minus P3. Pag may mass, times lang natin sa balloon. Next is the Rankine cycle formula, actual process. Kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng actual process kasi yung ideal process is para siyang perfect cycle or perfect process na bihira naman o napakalabo nating ma-achieve sa in real life. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng actual process. Same concept lang din naman sila sa formula. Kaibahan nga lang, ginagamit dito natin yung prime or yung actual value na nakukuha natin.
Another cycle is reheat Rankine cycle. So what is reheat Rankine cycle? Ito yung modification ng basic Rankine cycle ng mga power plant para ma-improve yung thermal efficiency and excessive moisture sa ating mga turbines. So bakit nga ba kailangan ng reheat Rankine cycle? So basically, kapag napupunta ng steam sa ating turbine, is nababawasan na yung kanyang temperature. So, means, yung iba nun medyo basa na. And yung moisture na yon is nakaka-apekto sa ating turbine blades na maaaring mag-cause ng erosion and cavitations. Ngayon, sa reheat Rankine cycle, yung steam is nire-reheat. So, ito yung ating schematic diagram ng ating Rankine cycle. So, makikita naman natin yung resemblance pa rin ng Rankine cycle. Kaya lang, may nadagdag na bagong stage, which is yung ating reheater. Yan, nakita natin yung reheater dyan. Ngayon, ganun pa rin yung kanyang process. Nadagdagan lang siya ng dalawa pa. SP, SP, SP. Ngayon, isentropic expansion to the turbine. So, ganun pa rin. Boiler to turbine. S equals to C pa rin. Ngayon, isobaric reheat in the reheater. Ngayon, mapupunta na muna siya sa reheater bago siya pumunta sa turbine. And sa reheater na yon, meron tayong isobaric process, which means constant pressure. And then, 3 to 4, pupunta na ngayon siya sa low pressure stage turbine. So, dito natin makikita yung turbine work or turbine work natin. And then, 3 to 4, meron tayong isentropic expansion, which means S is equals to C. So, constant entropy pa rin siya. And yung 4 to 5 natin sa condenser is mapupunta na ngayon siya sa papunta na ngayon siya sa pump. We have a isobaric heat rejection. So, nandito yung ating QR and isobaric, which means constant pressure. And 5 to 6, we have adiabatic. So, 1, babalik na ngayon siya sa ating boiler with a heat addition sa ating boiler in isobaric process. Okay? So, compared natin yung yung TS diagram niya. Let's go sa TS diagram. TS diagram ng ating reheat Rankine cycle. So, may nadagdag na dito, no? Nakita natin. Ito yung difference niya compared dun sa ating Rankine cycle. So, ito pa rin yung ating saturated line, superheated area dito, and ating wet vapor. So sabi doon, we have partial isentropic expansion in the turbine, which means partial lang kasi magre-reheat pa tayo. Kaya hindi pa siya complete. So 1 to 2, we have isentropic expansion. S is equals to C pa rin yan. So yan. And 2 to 3, constant pressure reheating in reheater. So ito yun. Nag-reheat siya ulit, oh. Diba? Nag-superheat na dito and then nag-reheat ulit. Yan yung ating nadagdag na feature. And then kapag nag-reheat na siya with isobaric heat reheat, which means constant pressure tayo dyan. Kaya yung ating P2, kita na yun, diba? P2 is equals to P3 lang din. And then complete isentropic expansion na yung 3 to 4. Complete na daw. Kasi yung 1 to 2 is partial pa lang. Dito sa complete isentropic expansion, S is equals to C. Kaya yung S3 natin dyan is equals lang din sa S4. And 4 to 5, we have constant pressure, isobaric, which means yung P4 is equals lang din sa P5. And 5 to 6, we have adiabatic pumping process, which S is equals to C lang din yan. And 6 to 1, we have constant pressure heat addition. So may heat addition ulit tayo sa papunta sa boiler. Kaya yung P1 natin is equals lang din siya sa P6. So yan, we have a SP, SP, SP process para sa ating reheat. So another way para mas mabilis kayong mag-solve ng mga thermodynamic problems na ganito is dapat alam nyo na kung saan kayo kukuha ng mga values and kung ano yung gagamitin yung mga values. So basically ito. So in the point 1, sa point 1, meron tayong P1 and T1. So ano ba yung makukuha natin sa P1 and T1? Dapat makukuha na natin dyan yung H1. And ngayon, kapag nakuha natin yung S2, S1 rather, is equals lang din naman siya sa S2. Kaya makukuha na rin natin yung S2 niyan. So sa point 1 yon. And point 2, pupunta tayo sa point 2, we have temperature 2. And yung S2 na nakuha natin dun sa may S1, so constant entropy lang naman sila. So makukuha na rin natin yung value ng H2. Sa point 3 naman, we have T3 and P3. Kaya makukuha na natin yung H3 niya. And yung S3 naman is equals lang din siya sa S4 dahil nga isentropic. Sa point 4, may ibibigay na value for pressure ng condenser. And yung S3 natin is equals to S4. Kaya we have pressure ng condenser and S4. So makukuha na natin yung H4. And take note na lagi nyo kunin yung SF, SFG, HF, and HFG para makuha natin yung quality. Kung required, hanapin yung quality. Pero mas maganda kung hanapin natin. Para naman sa ating point 5, we have H5. So, saan ba equals ng H5? Equals lang daw siya sa HF ng condenser. So, makuha na rin natin to, yung H5, dahil sa HF ng condenser. So, ito, nakuha na natin yan dito sa point 4. And take note na kunin nyo yung work pump dahil magagamit natin siya sa point 6, which work pump is equals to BF ng condenser. So, dito rin natin siya makuha sa point 5. And pressure ng boiler na binigay minus pressure ng condenser. Kaya naman sa point 6, makuha natin yung H6 kasi H6 is equals to work pump plus H5 lang. So, mas maintindihan natin to sa mga formula. So, let's proceed.
Next cycle is the reheat Rankine cycle formula. This is the TS diagram of reheat Rankine. Ang kaiba ng reheat Rankine cycle sa may Rankine cycle, ang reheat Rankine cycle is may dalaw siyang turbine at meron siyang reheater. Yung 0.6 to 0.1 natin is isobaric process, meaning constant yung pressure nila. Ganun din sa 0.2 and 0.3 and also to 0.4 and 0.5. Heat added, ang heat added natin is nasa 0.1 to 0.6 kasi nandito yung boiler natin. And also sa reheater, since nag-add din tayo ng heat, nadadamay din, kasama din siya sa formula. Kaya magiging formula niya is QA is equal to H1 minus H6 plus H3 plus minus H2. Meaning, nandito yung sa H3, sa 0.3 and 0.2, nandoon yung reheater natin. Pag may mass times lang din sa enthalpy natin, next na work turbine. Ang turbine natin has 2, nasa 0.1 and 0.2, and 0.3 and 0.4. So, kaya magiging formula natin is WT is equal to H1 minus H2 plus H3 minus H4. Pag may mass, times lang natin sa enthalpy natin. Next, heat rejected. So, ang condenser natin is nasa 0.4 and 0.5. So, magiging formula nila is H4 minus H5. Pag may mass, times lang sa enthalpy. Same concept din. Meron tayong 2 types ng pump. May exact for pump, approximate for pump. Ang pump natin ay nasa 0.5 to 0.6. So, maging formula natin is WP is equal to H6 minus H5, and pag may mass, times lang din natin sa enthalpy natin, and next is approximate work pump is equal to WP is equal to B5 minus times P6 minus P5. Pag may mass, times lang din natin sa na meron tayo. Next is the actual process ng reheat Rankine cycle. Same concept lang din. Ayun nga lang, kaibahan nga lang is ginagamit natin yung may prime or yung actual value. Next is the general formula. General formula for ideal process is meron tayong net cycle work or the work net. Work net is equal to WP minus WP or work turbine minus work pump. Also may second formula natin is work net is equal to heat added minus heat rejected. Next is cycle thermal efficiency. So may dalawa ulit tayong formula which is efficiency is equal to work net over QA and efficiency is equal to 1 minus QR over QA. So steam rate for SI unit, SR is equal to 3,600 over work net. And for English unit, meron tayong SR is equal to 2545 over work net. And heat rate natin is equal to QA over work net. For actual process, same lang din sila ng formula. Ayun nga lang, kaiba natin is ginagamit natin yung value dito is yung actual. Sample problem. Number 1 sample problem is consider a steam power plant operating on the simple idea Rankine cycle. Steam enters the turbine at 3 MPa and 350 degrees Celsius and is condensed in the condenser at a pressure of 75 kPa. Determine the thermal efficiency of this cycle. So first, identify po natin yung mga properties. So at point 1 daw, meron tayong pressure na 3 MPa and temperature na 350 degrees Celsius. And at point 2 daw, meron tayong 75 kPa. Required value, efficiency. Formula ng efficiency is work net over QA and 1 minus QR over QA. So since need natin ng enthalpy para makuha yung mga formula sa efficiency, so kailangan natin sila i-solve. At point 1 daw, for H1, at 3 MPa and 350 degrees Celsius. So at superheated, sa steam table, yes, makikita natin dyan yung 350 degrees Celsius, naka-highlights naman at 3 MPa. So ang H1 natin is equal to 3,116.1 kilojoules per kilogram and S1 natin is 6.7450. So ang S1 natin is equal siya sa S2. So magagamit natin siya sa point 2. So at point 2 at 75 kPa and S1 is equal to S2, makuha na natin yung H2. So at steam table, buka natin yung SF2, SFG2, HF2, and SFG2 kasi kailangan natin siya sa formula na mga ito. Tawag sa formula ng mga yan is properties of wet steam at certain point in terms of percent quality. So first, hanapin muna natin yung X or yung quality at properties ng enthalpy and entropy. So yan, derive lang tayo, then substitute, then solve, makuha natin yung quality. Since may quality na tayo, direct substitution lang tayo sa enthalpy na involving enthalpy formula. So yan, makuha natin yung H2 which is 2,403.0601 kilojoules per kilogram. So ang point 3 daw natin is nasa HF lang daw siya ng 75 kPa. So meaning H3 natin is equal sa 384.44 kilojoules per kilogram. So kuhaan din natin yung B3 since gagamitin natin siya sa paggawa ng work pump at point 4. So point 4, yan yung isa. Ito yung formula ng approximate work pump. Kukuhanin natin yung value ng work pump para makuha natin yung H4. So, dahil substitution na lang, yan, makuha natin H4. H4 natin is equal to 387.4732 kilojoules per kilogram. So, for thermal efficiency, ito yung napili kong formula kasi mas mapapabilis yung pag-solve natin ng efficiency. Kasi yung QR and QA, pwede natin siyang i-breakdown sa enthalpy, which is ito yung kakalabasan niya. So, direct substitution lang tayo. Then, times 100%. So, ang makukuha natin thermal efficiency is 26.0207%. Which is sa choices natin, nasa letter C. So, number 2. Consider a steam power plant that operates on the ideal reheat Rankine cycle. The plant maintains the inlet of the high-pressure turbine at 4,000 kPa and 300 degrees Celsius, the inlet of the low-pressure turbine at 1,300 kPa and 300 degrees Celsius, and the condenser at 75 kPa. The net power produced by this plant is 5,000 kilowatts. Determine the rate of heat addition of the cycle. So, determine muna natin yung mga properties o yung mga given. So, at point 1 daw meron tayong pressure na 4,000 kPa or 4 MPa. And T1 daw natin is 300 degrees Celsius. So, at point 3 daw, meron tayo 1,300 kPa and temperature natin is 300 degrees Celsius din. So, at point 4, meron tayong 75 kPa. So, ang required values natin is heat added or the QA. So, ang formula ng QA natin is H1, H6 plus H3 minus H2. So, solutions. At point 1 daw, at 4 MPa and kinonvert lang natin yung 4,000 kPa to MPa. So, 3 degrees Celsius. So, superheated. Steam table, yun makita naman natin dyan na H1 is equal to 2,961.7 kilojoules per kilogram. So, enthalpy kasi nga kailangan natin siya sa 0.2. So, 0.2. Yan. Same lang din sa kanina, sa number 1. Tingnan natin yung SF2, SFG2, HF2, SFG2. Tapos, yung formula na yan. Then, derive, pa natin yung quality, para makuha natin yung quality. Pag nakuha natin yung quality, pwede natin makuha H2. So, derive lang yan, direct lang substitution. Tapos H2 natin is 4,726.2110 kilojoules per kilogram. So, since nga may reheat tayo, since yung point 3 natin is nasa another turbine, so same lang din siya sa formula nung sa point 1. So, yan. Superheated. Since sa steam table natin, sa superheated, wala tayong 1.3 MPa. So, kailangan natin ng mag-interpolate. So, interpolation. So, kukuha natin yung kung saan napapagitna yung 1.3. So, 1.20 MPa, nasa gitna yung 1.3 and 1.40. So, kuha natin yung value ng 1.20 H1 ng enthalpy na sa 0.120 MPa saka yung enthalpy na nasa 1.40 MPa. So, then interpolation lang tayo. So, makukuha natin value na H3 is 3,043.6 kilojoules per kilogram. So, hindi na natin kukuhanin yung H4. So, hindi na rin natin kailangan ng entropy kasi ala naman yung 0.4 sa formula ng heat added. So, tatalo na tayo sa 0.5 which is H5. So, H5 na daw natin is equal lang siya HF ng 75 kPa. So, H5 is equal to 384.44 kilojoules per kilogram. So, ang kuha natin yung B5 kasi kailangan natin siya sa 0.6 kasi yung gagamitin natin formula sa 0.6 is yung work pump. So, direct substitution lang. So, makuha natin work pump. So, para makuha natin yung H6. So, ayan. So, ang H6 natin is 387.2399. So, since kompleto na yung mga enthalpy na kailangan natin sa QA, so, direct na tayo sa QA. Direct substitution lang. So, makukuha na natin yung value ng QA na equal sa 2,891.8491 kilojoules per kilogram. So, sa multiple choices, ang nasa letter B ang answer natin.
Another problem for Rankine cycle is in a Rankine cycle, the steam turbine inlet has a condition of 3,126 kJ per kilogram enthalpy and an entropy of 6.68 kJ per kilogram Kelvin. The quality after expansion is 80% and enthalpy of 2,104.3 kJ per kilogram with HF is equals to 209.33 kilojoule per kilogram. Now, find the efficiency of the cycle. So kapag mga ganitong given, ilis muna natin lahat ng values na meron tayo. So we have H1, H2, S1 na equals lang din siya sa S2, and HF. Saan ba equals tong HF na to? Equals siya sa H4. Yan. So may value na tayo ng H4. And we have X dito na moisture quality. Pinapahanap daw is cycle efficiency. So ang tip ko, kapag may mga pinapahanap na value, ilist nyo na lahat ng possible formulas para alam natin kung saan tayo kukuha. So meron ba tayong Qnet or Wnet? Wala. Wala rin tayong heat added, wala rin tayong WR and WA. Pero meron tayong mga enthalpy. So let's proceed na sa pagkuha sa kanila. So unahin natin yung pagkuha ng heat added kasi yung dalawang formula may heat added. So mas mataas yung chance na may magamit tayo formulas. Okay? So next, we have QA dito. QA is equals to H1 minus H4. So sa given kanina, we have H1 na 3126 and minus 209.33. Oh, sana may mga calculator kayo sa tabi dyan to make sure ng sagot natin. So we have 2,916.67 para sa ating Q added. So ang tip ko sa inyo guys, kung kaya namang mag-stick sa isang formula, so mas maganda yan para mas makasave tayo ng time. Pero kung gusto nyo i-check, okay lang din naman. So for ating Wnet, ano formula ng Wnet? We have WT or turbine work minus pump work. Ngayon, wala pa tayong WT and WP dapat, di ba? Kasi hindi pa naman natin sila nakukuha. Ngayon, kukunin natin sila dito. So we have work ng turbine, H1 minus H2, and yung work ng pump na H3 minus H4. Okay? So, sa pagkuha ng ating work turbine, so we have 3126 H1 minus yung H2 natin. 0.3. So we have, okay, tama yung sagot, 1,021.7. Para naman sa ating pump work. So, paano yan? Ang lumabas na sagot sa ating pump work is 0. So, along sa ating explanation sa ating work pump, hindi totally 0 yung ating work pump, pero sobrang liit na value, kaya minsan, nakakonsider 0 na rin siya. And kung gagamitin naman natin siya ng formula, yung H4 kasi is equals lang din siya sa H3. Okay? Kaya, pag pinag-minus sila is 0 lang din. Pero, typically, hindi talaga 0 totally. Pero, sobrang liit na decimal. Kaya, nako-consider na rin siya as 0. So, ilipat lang natin yung mga value niya dito sa ating formula. And, 1,027.7 ating work net. So, kapag hinanap na to, pwede na natin siyang makuha yung ating work efficiency, di ba? Pero kung gusto nyo i-check talaga, ito naman, kunin na rin natin yung QR. Kasi may mga value naman tayo ng enthalpy. So, QR is equals to H2 minus H3. And we have QR na 1,894.97 kilojoule per kilogram. So, next, ano nga tayo? So, ayan, sa pagkuha na ng efficiency. technically, meron na tayong Qnet or Wnet pala and ating heat added. So, substitute the value. Cancel natin yung kilojoule per kilogram parehas. Okay? So, anong sagot? Type na sa calculate. Yun natin sa ating calculator. So, we have 10, 21.7 all over 2,916.67. So, anong lumabas? So we have 0.3503. So, okay, tama yun. Tama yung ating naging answer. Ito. So, okay. Check na siya na. So, sa mga pagpipilian, yung pagpipilian kanina, di ba? So, we have 23.45, 30.34, 35.04, and 38.44. So, hindi naman siya totally mali kapag ano, kasi sa mga board exam or mga tanong, may mga times na dapat kunin na natin yung pinakamalapit. So, pinakamalapit, to. So, B ang sagot. So, we have another problem, and itong problem na to is reheat runtime cycle problem. So, in a reheat cycle, steam at 8 megapascal and 485 Celsius enters the turbine and expands to 1.4 megapascal. At this point, the steam is withdrawn and passed through the reheater and re-enters the turbine at 1.3 megapascal and 720 Celsius. Expansion now occurs to the condenser pressure of 0.006 megapascal. For the cycle and 1 kilogram of steam, determine the heat added and efficiency. So, una natin gagawin, list all the values na meron tayo. So, givens. So, we have P1 kasi itong 8 mpm, MPa is equals daw siya sa boiler na papunta sa turbine. So, 0.1 pa rin siya. No? So, ayun yung pressure galing sa boiler papunta sa turbine. So, we have P1, P1, T1. Magkasama yan, guys. And itong turbine, nasa turbine na. So, it's P2. Diba? At this point, the steam is withdrawn and passed through a reheater. Re-enters, ibig sabihin, nag-reheat daw sa 1.3 megapascal and 720 Celsius, which means ito, ating 0.3. So we have here P3 and our P3. Yeah. And now, occurs to the condenser pressure of 0.006 MPa. Ito daw is condenser. So tip ulit, kung maglalagay kayo ng mga given, dapat i-analyze na masyado yung problem. Kasi once magkamali tayo ng lagay dito, mamamali na tayo ng value na gagamitin and mamamali pa tayo ng value na hahanapin. Kaya, ayan. Now, determine daw the heat added and efficiency. So, kailangan natin i-determine is yung QA and yung ating efficiency, cycle efficiency. Okay? So, let's proceed na. Isa pa, kung solve kayo ng mga runtime problems, mas maganda kung magawa muna kayo ng ating TS diagram. So, tulad nito, we get TS diagram. Ito ating P1, ng 8. P2, sinabi. And ating P4, di ba? And may mga corresponding ano to, di ba? Na isobaric process. Kaya, mas okay kung may TS diagram mo. Let's proceed. So dito, lista muna natin yung dapat na formula na gagamitin. So ito yung ating sa Q added. Yan. And ating efficiency, ganun pa din. Tulad lang din sa runtime.
kahit hindi siya reheat or reheat, same lang sila ng efficiency. So QA, ang dami nating hahanapin na enthalpy. Pero mas maganda kung mahanap muna natin lahat from 0.1 to 0.6 para needed to find value. Isasalpak na lang natin yung mga enthalpies na ganyan. So, start na tayo. 0.1. So, we have P1 and T1, di ba? Anong makukuha natin sa P1 and T1? H1 and S1. And makukuha na rin natin yung S2 dahil S1 is equals to S2. Okay? So, kunin niyo yung ano nyo, mga steam table na dyan. And punta tayo sa, sabi nun, 8. Diba? 8 daw. 8 MPa. So, dito yon. And between 450 and 500 dahil kailangan natin yung 485. Okay, so balik tayo sa presentation. And ito yon. At 8 MPa, so ito yung value ng 450 and 4 and 500. Need na natin siyang i-interpolate. So pag i-interpolate natin, mode 3 to, always mode 3 to yan. And lagay lang natin yung value, upper and lower value. And yung mga corresponding na value nila. 73.3, 3399.5. So, pagka ganyan na, press AC, shift 155. And then now, lagyan natin yung gitnang value. So, ito na yung ating enthalpy. We have 3,361.4.64. So, ganun lang din gawin natin sa S. At ganyan yung kukuha natin value. So, punta na tayo ngayon sa point 2. So, sa point 2, meron na tayong value ng S2, di ba? So, value ng S2 and ating P2. So, kunin nyo lang ulit yung steam table and interpolate. So, yan, interpolate nyo. Makukuha na natin dyan yung H2 and S1. Sipas lang din naman sa S2. So, punta na tayo ng point 3. Point 3, we got superheated, di ba? Kasi nag-reheat ulit. So, ayon sa ating steam table, mas komplikado yung ating dahil gagamit tayo ng double interpolation. So, sa paggamit lang naman ng double interpolation, so lagay nyo lang talaga siya sa table. So, we got 1.2 dito. And 1.3 yung dapat nating hanapin, kaya gitna. And yung needed to find value lang naman na temperature. So, gitna. So, meron dito sa gilid yan. Mga temperature. So, lagay lang natin yung value na 720. And makukuha na natin yung H3 dyan na 3968.81. So, di ko na ipapakita kung paano interpolate. Pero, dahil medyo mahaba. Pero kung interpolate nyo, interpolate nyo muna to. And ito. And then, magmi-meet sila halfway. Okay? Para hindi nakakalito. So, ganoon rin sa point 4. So, sa point 4, we have S3 is equals to S4 naman na rin. Kaya, madali lang makuha. P4 lang yung kailangan natin. And makuha na natin yung H4. Okay? Ito natin, H4. Now, let's proceed to point 5. So, sa point 5, ito yung ating point 5. Ang sabi doon, HF at 0.006 MPa. Dahil itong 0.006 MPa na to is P ng condenser. And HF at P ng condenser is equal siya sa H5. Kaya kapag hinanap natin ito sa ating steam table, makikita natin na yung HF doon, ito, HF at 5 and HF at 7.5. Ilagay lang natin yung value ng 6. Dahil 6 MPa, yan. Ito na yun. And makukuha na natin yung value ng H5. HF. Okay? BF naman, BF. BF5 is makukuha lang natin siya sa BF ng condenser din. So, makuha natin yung BH5, no? So, pag nakuha na natin yung BH5 na yan, punta na tayo sa 0.6. Ito na yung ating 0.6. Ito na yung 0.6 natin. H6 is equals to H5 plus WP. Ito na yung WP natin. Diba? 8.05. Now, dahil nakuha na natin lahat ng enthalpy, substitute na natin sa ating Q added. Ito na yan. And kapag pinag-plus niya, ito na ating QA. So, may sagot na tayong QA. Punta na tayo ngayon sa efficiency, yung sunod na pinapahanap. So, sa efficiency naman, kunin lang natin yung WNet dahil nakuha na natin yung QA. So, WNet, lagay lang natin lahat ng enthalpy ulit. Kaya, mahalaga na makuha muna natin lahat ng enthalpy sa lahat ng point from 0.1 to 0.6 para kapag may gagamitin na tayong formula, is madali na lang. Ito na ating WNet. So, check na sa calcul lang din. Nakalcul naman na rin natin yan. And para sa ating efficiency, okay, ito na ating efficiency, di ba? We have 1912.7377 all over QA 234.7, which means we have 0.4469. Okay. Sa ating pagpipilian, ito ating mga pagpipilian. So, ito yung, so meron tayo ba QA? QA, so 4 to 80. So, same. And we have 0.44. Round off na natin to para maging 0.45. And we got B. Okay. QA na 4 to 80 and efficiency na 45%. So, yeah, ito na ang ating answer.
Sample problem number 5. A steam power plant operates on a simple ideal runtime cycle between the pressure limits of 3 MPa and 50 kPa. The temperature of the steam at the turbine inlet is 300 degrees Celsius, and the mass flow rate of steam through the cycle is 35 kg per second. Determine the thermal efficiency of the cycle and the net power output of the power plant. As shown in the TS diagram, water enters the pump at state 1 as saturated liquid and is compressed isentropically to the operating pressure of the boiler. Water then enters the boiler as a compressed liquid at state 2 and leaves as a superheated vapor at state 3. The superheated vapor at state 3 enters the turbine, then at state 4, steam is condensed at constant pressure in the condenser. Point 1 at 50 kPa, meron tayong enthalpy na 340.54 kJ per kilogram as seen in the saturated table. V1 is equals to 0.00103 cubic meter per kilogram. At point 2, work pump is equals to volume times P2 minus P1. Meron tayong given na V na which is 0.00103 cubic meter per kilogram, then P2 minus P1, then times sa 1,000 na volume. Next, work pump, our work pump is 3.04 kilojoules per kilogram. Then, in order to get the H2, we need to gamitin yung work pump, which is work pump is equals to H2 minus H1. Magiging H2 is equals to H1 plus work pump. Given yung H1 at work pump natin, so makukuha na natin yung H2. H2 is equals to H1 na 340.54 kilojoules per kilogram plus work pump na 3.04 kilojoules per kilogram. Same unit lang siya. So, magiging H2 is equals to 342.58 kilojoules per kilogram. Point 3 at 3 MPa and 300 degrees Celsius. Meron tayong enthalpy na 2.9943 kilojoules per kilogram and and entropy of 6.514 kilojoules per kilogram. Next, at point 4, at 50 kPa, H4 is equals to HF plus X for HFG. Meron tayong given, then substitute lang, makukuha natin H4 is 2,272 kilojoules per kilogram. S3 is equals to S4. Yung magiging S4 natin is equals to, then substitute all the given values, magiging S4 natin is 0.8382 kilojoules per kilogram. Next, isa sa pinapahanap or yung required na pinapahanap is yung energy, is yung efficiency and power output. And in order to get that, we need to find muna yung energy in and energy out. Then, Q in natin is equals to H3 minus H2. Given naman na yung H3 and H2, so isa-substitute na lang natin. Meron tayong H3 na 2,994.3 kilojoules per kilogram minus H2 na 343.58 kilojoules per kilogram. So, magiging energy in natin is equals to 2650.6 kilojoules per kilogram. Next, same process sa energy out, kaso magiging, yung kukunin natin given is yung H4 minus H1 naman na, since sa Q out siya. Same process, substitute all the given values, then meron tayong energy out is equals to 1,931.8 kilojoules per kilogram. Then, yung work net naman, formula for work net is equals to Q in minus Q out. Or heat added minus heat rejected. Then, meron tayong given na Q in na 2650.6 kilojoules per kilogram, given din yung Q out, which is 1931.8 kilojoules per kilogram. I-minus lang natin, then makukuha natin work net na 718.9 kilojoules per kilogram. Ito na, isa sa pinapahanap is yung efficiency. And yung formula for efficiency is equals to 1 minus Q out over Q in. Given naman na yung Q out and Q in, so isa-substitute na lang natin. Then, pag makukuha natin given value is yung 27.1%. Meron na tayong, nakuha na natin yung efficiency. Next, we have to get yung power output naman na. Given yung mass, nakuha na naman natin yung work net, so is-substitute na lang na. Meron tayong mass na 35 kg per seconds and work net na nakuha natin kanina, which is 718.9 kilojoules per kilogram. So, makukuha nating power is 25.2 megawatts. So, yung final answer is letter A, which is 25.2 megawatts and 27.1%. Next, sample problem number 6. Consider a steam power plant that operates on the ideal reheat Rankine cycle. The plant maintains the inlet of the high-pressure turbine at 4,000 kPa and 300 degrees Celsius, the inlet of the lower pressure at 13 kPa and 300 degrees Celsius, and a condenser at 75 kPa. The net power produced by this plant is 5,000 kilowatts. Determine the rate of heat addition and the rejection and the thermal efficiency of the cycle. So, yung required values naman natin dito is yung heat addition and heat rejection and the thermal efficiency. In the first stage, the high-pressure turbine, steam is expanded isentropically to an intermediate pressure and sent back to the boiler, where it is reheated at constant pressure. Usually to the inlet temperature of the first turbine stage, steam then expands isentropically in the second stage, which is the low-pressure turbine, to the condenser pressure. At point 1, meron tayong, from the table, makikita natin na yung given na enthalpy magiging is equal siya sa H1 at 75 kPa is equals to 384.44 kilojoules per kilogram. Same doon, makikita rin natin sa table, V1 at 75 kPa is equals to 0.001037 cubic meter per kilogram. At point 2, ayun na nga, work pump natin is equals to, meron tayong formula na V1 multiplied by P1 minus P2. Then, substitute all the given values. Makukuha natin yung work pump natin as 1.27 kilojoules per kilogram. Then, same process, tingin lang sa table, makukuha natin na yung H2 is equals to H1 minus work pump is equals to 385.71 kilojoules per kilogram. At point 3, meron tayong P3 is equals to 4,000 kPa, meron tayong T3 na 300 degrees Celsius. From saturated table, the state is superheated. The enthalpy then is 2961.7 kilojoules per kilogram, and the entropy S3 is equals to S4, same lang siya, is equals to 6.3639 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. At point 4, P4 is equals to 12 kPa with S4 is equals to 6.3639 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. The state is saturated mixture of SF times SFG, but ayun na yung formula natin. Substitute lang din siya. Then, the enthalpy H4 is equals to HF plus X4 HFG is equals to 2,728.1388 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. At point 5, P5 is equals to 12 kPa and T5 is equals to 300 degrees Celsius. Given yan sa kanina, then from saturated table, the state is superheated again. The enthalpy H5 is equals to 3,046.3 kilojoules per kilogram. Then the entropy S5 is equals to S6 also, which is 7.0035 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. At point 6, P6 is equals to P1, and they're all equal to 75 kPa. The state is saturated mixture. The quality X6 is equals to S4 over SFG. Magiging equal natin is 0.932 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. The enthalpy H6 is equals to HF plus X6 HFG. Meron tayo enthalpy H6 na 2,507.536 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. I list all the given enthalpies, which is H1 natin is 384.44, H2 385.71, H3 2961.7, H4 2728.1388, H5 3046.3, and H6 of 2507.536 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Then, pinapahanap dito yung heat added and heat rejected. Meron tayong formula for heat added na H3 minus H2 plus H5 minus H4. Given naman na lahat ng enthalpies natin, so madali na siyang makuha. Substitute na lang all the given values. So, magiging energy in natin is gonna be 2894.1512 kilojoules per kilogram. Same process sa heat rejected, which is mababago lang yung gagamitin natin sa heat rejected is H6 minus H1. Then substitute all the given values. Meron tayong heat rejected is equals to 2123.096 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Then, next natin kukunin is yung enthalpy. Pero bago natin makuha yung enthalpy, kailangan muna natin makuha yung work net. Then, meron tayong formulang work net na work net is equals to heat added minus heat rejected. Given naman na yung heat added and heat rejected, so substitute na lang siya. Makukuha natin na work net is equals to 771.055 kilojoules per kilogram. Next, the thermal efficiency of the cycle is the formula for thermal efficiency of the cycle is work net over heat added. Nakuha na natin yung work net by subtracting the energy in to energy out. So the thermal efficiency of the cycle is work net over heat added. Meron tayong, then substitute all the given values again. Makukuha natin yung work net natin is 771.055 kilojoules per kilogram minus yung energy in natin na 2894.1512 kilojoules per kilogram. Makukuha natin efficiency is 0.2664 or 26.64%. So the answer is letter C, which is 2894.1512 kilojoules per kilogram heat added, 2123.096 kilojoules per kilogram heat rejected, and 26.64 efficiency.